Hi everyone and welcome back to a little bit of Warframe. So, yeah, let's talk about it, right? Sorry for that bad pun, but it had to be. So, yeah. Why do I even want to talk about it? So, the Dewey stuff, not gonna lie, I will not talk too much about it. I will just tell you what I really like. Which the quest was good for the most part. It was not too long or anything, so pretty decent. I love the circuit. At the moment, you can get Ash. I'm not sure if I will go through this or not. I will have to see, but I think the circuit is amazing for new players to get their hands on Warframes that have a obnoxious farm, to put it that way, or a very lengthy farm. So I think that is very, very good. Also, they can get some arcanes, some sometimes useful mods. I mean, Seeking Shuriken is in here. The Ash Augment, which is very, very good to get an armor strip. I mean, if you're a new player and you start off with Ash and Seeking Shuriken, holy smokes, right? On the steel path of side of things, I just went to tier 5 to get the Lex Incarnon Genesis, which is what I was looking forward to. Uh, and yeah, we have Arcane Reaper in here, which can be useful melee Riven mod, which I don't care about Riven mods. You guys know that. Get some Steel Essence. And also there's the Boltor Incarnon Genesis in here. Not sure if I will chase after that or not. Yeah, I really wanted the Lex Incarnon Genesis. But yeah, the circuit is a huge plus. The Duviri experience, I could not care less, and that is all I will be saying about that. I had to play it to farm up the resources to install the Genesis, the Incarnon Genesis for the Lex Prime, right? So, yeah, let's go over the Lex Prime and its return to glory. Now, I want to check something because I was always a big fan of the Lex, and I'm pretty sure we go to used. Yeah, it's the fourth most used secondary, which does not surprise me at all. I mean, the Latum is catching up, obviously. The Epitaph is catching up, but Tombfinger, yeah, it was the secondary I ran around with the most. The Kuvanukor, obviously, had its fair share of usage. Why is the Axamati here? So this is my nullifier bubble popper with Mesa and like Sarin and frames like that, right? With nuke frames where you need to get rid of nullifier bubbles, and it just works for that and only that, right? So yeah, after that we already have the Lex Prime, and holy smokes, the usage will get even higher now. So, Evolution 1, obviously, as always, is to unlock the Incarnate form. Evolution 2, I went for the increased damage by 20. That's a base 20. Why not? On shield break, increased damage by 80 for 8 seconds. Doesn't matter too much for what I'm doing with this gun. I went for the increased mag capacity in Evolution 3, just to help me build up those headshots to get to the Incarnate form without having to reload, because the Lex Prime has a decently long reload, right? And the final evolution, obviously I went for crit chance and crit damage. Like, that is pretty nasty, right? So normal values are not too bad already. Like 132 crit chance and 5x crit multi is good. But in the Incarnate form, we are absolutely stepping it up. Also, like, I didn't realize that, but you gain a decent amount of punch through. I mean, 1.4 is not that bad. And also we are on 162% crit chance, as well as 7.1x crit multi. I'm not quite sure if this is already factored into that. I would think so, but I did not research that. That's my bad. You also gain a little bit of radiation damage that is innate to the Incarnate mode, so that's pretty cool. The build itself hasn't changed too much. If you take a look like at the old build, I was just using Ogre Pactin here for I don't know why actually. That's a very old build. Only thing that really has changed is the use for hemorrhage. Now, with having only impact for our IPS damage, and an almost 100% status chance. Sure, the weighting is the lowest of all the damage types, but you will proc a lot of status with this beast in incarnate form, and impact will be a good amount of that. And getting 70% chance to apply a slash status effect, because we are under the fire rate of 2.5, right? We only have 1.933, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Other than that, it's the usual suspects, right? Galvanized diffusion for multi-shot, lethal torrent for multi-shot and fire rate. Why does this matter? Creeping bullseye. A little bit of negative fire rate, but 200% crit chance. Prime target cracker for the crit damage boost. Awesome. Pistol pestilence and frostbite for viral damage and a little bit more status chance. Rounded off with primed heated charge for a lot of heat damage, which makes this the most likely status to proc, right? Which is absolutely good. Also, secondary deadhead works very, very well. You will see it once we jump into a mission. This is a 4-forma build. If you do not use the Excellus slot, you can, however, use it if you want to. I just didn't find it to be necessary. What you could do is go for steady hands to reduce the recoil to build up headshots easier. You could go for eject magazine if you just want to quickly get some bullets into your mag. Suppressed if you're running around with a stealth frame and don't want enemies to hear a gunshot, but that will put you up onto a 5-forma build. And I was like, 4 formas is absolutely fine, and I will not make use of the Excel slot. Right. That is the gun. Here's a quick rundown over my Nesha build. It is a strength duration based build with adaptation in there, with augment in there to get some health orbs, which is especially useful in the steel path, right? Other than that, not too much. We have arcane precision. On headshot, we can gain more damage for our secondaries, so that will help us out even more. And we have roar subsumed onto Nesha for 66% damage increased, coupled with Blazing Chakram, who will basically triple our damage anyways, right? So yeah, this is kind of overkill, and we will demonstrate that on the Acolyte, just how absolutely stupendous those damage numbers can get, especially if something like a Butcher with low armor value runs around into the fire. So yeah, let's just see how absolutely devastating the Lex Prime truly can be at the moment. I absolutely love this, and we will start off with Roar as well, because that will help us setting up the initial headshots, and yeah, 300,000 damage. Incarnate mode already ready to go, so yeah, just fire at head level and like see the absolute destruction happening. This is the Lex Prime, mind you. This is not like... This is just... It's disgusting. And I love it. It's disgusting in the best way possible. So... Yeah, I mean, look at that, right? You have consistent damage in the 100,000s. Sometimes, if something like a Butcher comes around, you are up to 500,000. The highest I've seen so far, I think, was over 2 million if we did combine 1.3 million right there, right? And that was a yellow crit. So now we need to charge up Incarnate form again. Absolutely no problem, because it's done so fast, right? You can see we lost a little bit of health, so let's throw our Chakram out. There we go. Throw them at these guys, fire down. There we go. Easy gameplay loop, right? And pretty risk-free as well with Nesha, which is why I use Nesha so much lately. I love that you don't have to think too much. You can just have some fun with some guns. And fun is definitely the right word for the Lex Prime Incarnon. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely disgustingly insane, and I'm all about it. I absolutely adore this, because, as I said, I used to use this gun quite a bit. And I just died because I didn't pay attention. Whoops! That's my bad. Hello Eximus, you are a prime target to set up in Carnin mode. There we go. Yeah, so you still have to pay a little bit of attention, obviously. That was just me being a doofus, basically. Which happens. But yeah, you actually evaporate hallways with LX Prime now, which is fabulous, to say the least. Absolutely incredible. And as you can see, Eximus units die with 2 shots, or even 1, depending on the amount of slash procs that you get. So yeah, it is kind of insane. So yeah, see, there are the slash procs. So that is basically a one-shot to an Eximus. That is absolutely disgusting and awesome at the same time. And as you can see, like it's 3 or 4 headshots and you are back in incarnate form. It's just so easy to charge this up, right? And that's good, because that's a lot of fun. Guys, look at it. It's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. And even if you had that failing there with the death, that doesn't matter too much. That can be circumvented with just paying attention to what you are doing instead of talking about what you're doing and not focusing on it. So that's on me. You have the Acolyte coming in, so we will prepare actually with Roar and it is. It is not good. Now we almost one-shot the Acolyte, and the slash procs will deal the rest of the damage that is needed. So yeah, I mean, in combination with Nesha, obviously, that is a Nesha only thing, right? To stack Roar and his 2, that is something only Nesha can do. But the effects of it were absolutely devastating, as you were able to see. And even without having Roar active, right? This is it's just a powerhouse once your Arcane is stacked up, and it's just absolute insanity. And this is honestly the best thing that this update has done for me. It's bringing back the Lex into a state of where I can say, you know what? I will use the Lex again because it's so much fun. Now, are there other secondaries? Yes, sure. Also, I did make a couple of hit guns again. Mainly the Spore Laser, which I was testing around with, which is also a beast, right? But this incarnate form on the Lex is just like absolute insanity, man. And I'm all about it. I absolutely love it. Because we died, we did take a dip in our kill count, but you can absolutely feel like you can compete with certain Warframes even in the kill per minute department. Like 100 kills per minute is actually doable quite often with the Lex Prime and its incarnate form. So yeah, definitely the one thing I love the most about the update. As I said, I will not talk about the other stuff of the update because I don't want to talk about the negative things. We'll leave those out for a different time maybe. Or, I don't know, maybe we won't talk about it. But yeah, last week I did not pick up any Steel Path stuff in the Duviri, just because I didn't come around to do the circuit. I went through the circuit in normal mode to get another Trinity, which should be fed to Kaizen, yes. I think we now have like Trinity's Well of Life in here, yes we do. Also, oh yeah, that's quite important. We fully leveled Eisen finally, so yeah, we now have Golden Instinct, which is pretty good. Now, do we want to think about more natural stuff. I probably want to have more
Is
strength.
responsible for biological functions of the orbiter. A selfish
Maybe?
design? Why would I be built
I
with
don't
such
know.
a flaw?
We will leave it at that. I think that's okay. But yeah, I just really wanted to talk about the Lex Prime and how much fun it is to use. And yeah, if you do pay more attention on what you're doing in a mission, you will also not die. But hey, it happens, right? It happens. Sometimes you lose focus and you pay the price, which is a-okay. I hope you have enjoyed the showcase of the Lex
Stand
Prime
by while I
in
analyze
its
the
newest
intelligence
and
profiles of the Grenier.
definitely best
Hello?
form.
Not an order.
And yeah,
Did the
if you
operator
were
interrupt
unsure
this
if you
signal?
want to get it or not, I think this should have shown you you absolutely should. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And as always, take care. Bye.